Good day, everyone. Today we delve into the potent wisdom enclosed in the book, The Power of Now, by Eckhart Tolle. This isn't just any self-help book. It's a guide that offers a whole new perspective on life and how we perceive it. It's about tackling those incessant thoughts that keep us awake at night, the anxiety that grips us at the most inconvenient times, and the negative thinking that often clouds our judgment. Eckhart Tolle, the author, is a renowned spiritual teacher who uses a unique approach to help us understand and conquer these common issues. He guides us on how to leave behind the constant chatter of our minds and to embrace the present moment, the now. So, if you've ever found yourself stuck in a loop of overthinking, or if you're simply curious about exploring a new outlook on life, you're in the right place. Join me on this journey as we unravel the philosophical layers of this transformative book. Let's start with the first chapter. You are not your mind. This chapter takes us on a journey that challenges how we usually see ourselves. It says that our mind is like a tool we use, not who we really are. Imagine you're a painter, and your mind is the brush. It's not the brush that creates the art, it's the painter who guides it. This idea changes how we think about our thoughts. It shows us that we're not just our worries or fears, those are just things our mind makes up. And if we're not our thoughts, then we're not our overthinking either. So how does this help with overthinking? Well, if we see our mind as a tool, we can learn to control it instead of letting it control us. When we start to worry too much, we can step back and say, I am not my mind, I am not this overthinking. This doesn't mean we ignore our thoughts. It means we understand them and choose not to be ruled by them. The chapter reminds us that we're more than just our thoughts or our minds. We're the awareness behind the thoughts, the one watching the mind work. And it makes us wonder, if we're more than our thoughts, what else are we? You are not your mind. Your body is like a powerful machine with many tools. But just like any tool, you need to use your mind wisely and then give it a rest. If you keep thinking too much without a break, it can cause a lot of trouble. Overthinking is like a bad habit that's hard to break. It's when your mind keeps going round and round, worrying about things that may never happen. It's like having a conversation with yourself that never ends. What if I fail? What if I lose everything? This constant chatter can be really harmful. The author says the key to stopping overthinking is to focus on the present moment. Instead of worrying about the past or the future, pay attention to what's happening right now. Try it when you're doing simple tasks like washing your hands. Notice how the water feels, how the soap smells, and how the towel feels against your skin. At first, your mind might wander, bringing up old memories or future worries. That's okay. Just watch your thoughts without getting caught up in them. The more you practice being present, the easier it gets to control your thoughts. You'll see that you're not your mind, you're the one watching it. And that's a powerful realization. Chapter 2. Consciousness, the way out of pain. From the time we were kids, whenever something bad happens, it leaves a mark on us. Over time, these bad feelings pile up and become like a big scary monster inside us. The author calls this the pain body. Some people feel this pain all the time, while others only feel it when something specific triggers it, like certain words or situations. Have you ever said something innocent to someone, only for them to get really mad out of nowhere? Or maybe someone said something to you, and it ruined your whole day, making you sad or angry for hours. That's the pain body at work. It's like a part of you that's not really you. It's like a separate creature living inside you, getting stronger when you pay attention to it. It tricks you into thinking it's you, but it's not. The pain body is like a shadow of your past experiences, making you feel sad, angry, or scared. But if you're aware of it, you can stop it from taking over. Sometimes you'll feel a heavy sadness or sudden anger. That's your pain body waking up. But if you're present and aware, you can shine a light on it, and it can't survive in that light. Think about it. When you're fully present in the moment, your mind can't control you. Try this. I'll be quiet for a moment. What thoughts came to you when I mentioned a cat waiting for a mouse? Did you notice how your mind slowed down? That's the power of being present. It's like hitting pause on your thoughts. Now let's talk about consciousness as a way to escape pain. Tolle, the author, suggests that if we become more aware, we can break free from our suffering. It's about living in the now, letting go of the past and future worries. Instead of getting caught up in our thoughts, we can observe them without getting tangled in their stories. By being mindful and watching our thoughts from a distance, we create space between us and our pain. In that space, we're not controlled by our thoughts or emotions. we're just watching them. And from that place, we can choose how to respond to our pain. We can face it head-on or let it go. Tolle believes that by being consciously aware, we can find inner peace. It's not about ignoring our pain, but recognizing it without letting it take over. It's a new way of thinking that challenges what we've always believed about pain and suffering. But it also gives us hope. If we can change how we see our pain, we can find peace and acceptance. So, what if our pain could actually lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves, moving deeply into the now? Imagine this. If there were no people on Earth, just plants and animals, time wouldn't matter much. Picture asking an owl, "What time is it?" The owl would reply, "Time? What's that? It's now, always now." That's because, like the moon relies on the sun's light, the past and future only exist because of the present moment. Understanding this lets us use time practically. There's clock time, like planning to achieve a goal in a year. But there's also psychological time, dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. That's where stress comes from. I used to always think about the future, thinking it would make me happier. But living like that made me miss out on enjoying the present. I'd always want more and dislike what I had, making me unhappy. Think about it. Are you always working towards some future happiness? But true happiness isn't in reaching a goal, like climbing Mount Everest. It's in the journey itself, in appreciating each moment. So take a breath, relax, and focus on now. Future problems can wait. If all your problems vanished right now, your mind would find new ones eventually. That's just how it works. Here's a question. What problem do you have right now at this very moment? Can't think of one, right? That's because if you did, you'd be dealing with it, not reading this. By being present in small moments like cooking or waiting for an elevator, you spend more time in the present. Even just 10 minutes of meditation a day can help. The moment you realize you're not present, you become present. And that's a big win. Chapter 4. Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now unveils the tricks our mind plays to keep us from the present. Picture this. You're at a party, surrounded by laughter and chatter. But instead of joining in, your mind is elsewhere, rehashing a conversation from earlier in the day, or worrying about tomorrow's tasks. This is what Eckhart Tolle refers to as the mind strategy for avoiding the now. Tolle presents an intriguing argument. He suggests that the mind is constantly seeking to escape the present moment. It does this by creating a narrative filled with past regrets and future anxieties. This narrative, Tolle argues, is the root of much of our unnecessary suffering. It's like we're stuck in a movie theatre, constantly replaying the past and previewing the future, all while ignoring the film that's playing right now. Tolle argues that this resistance to the present isn't just an annoying habit, it's a fundamental misreading of reality. The mind, he says, creates an illusion of time, dividing life into past, present, and future. But in reality, all we have is the now. The past is just a memory, and the future is an unfulfilled expectation. So why does the mind resist the now? Tolle suggests it's because the now, the present moment, is often uncomfortable. It may be filled with uncertainty or pain or boredom. The mind would rather escape into a fantasy of past or future than confront the reality of the now. But this strategy, Tolle argues, is self-defeating. By avoiding the now, we miss out on life. We miss out on joy, on love, on the beauty of the world around us. We also miss out on the chance to grow and to learn from our experiences. Tolle's insights are a wake-up call. They challenge us to confront our own mind strategies and ask ourselves, are we truly living in the now, or are we just sleepwalking through life? What if the mind's resistance to the now is the root of all our problems? Perhaps it's time we started paying more attention to the present moment and less to the illusions our minds create. As we reach the end of our journey through the power of now, we are left with profound insights to ponder. We've delved deep into the concept that we are not our minds, a radical idea that challenges many of our ingrained beliefs. We've explored the notion of pain, not as something to be avoided, but as a pathway to personal growth and enlightenment. We've journeyed into the depths of the now, discovering its immense power to transform our lives. And we've examined the mind's subtle strategies for avoiding the present moment, strategies that often leave us mired in worry and overthinking. Each of these philosophies invites us to question our habitual patterns of thought, to challenge our preconceptions, and to open ourselves to the possibility of a more mindful, more present way of living. As Eckhart Tolle suggests, could surrendering to the now be the ultimate remedy for our overthinking minds? I leave you to ponder on this. Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and keeping watching other contents from the channel. Thank you. See you soon.